Everyone believed he was gone. The boat had flipped, the waves had claimed it, and the ocean. The ocean had swallowed him whole. His name was Rikuto Tanaka, a young fisherman from a small South Pacific village. Not a hero, not trained for disasters. Just a man who loved the sea. On a routine fishing trip, he climbed aboard his small wooden boat before dawn, unaware that it would become a tomb and a refuge all at once. The storm arrived suddenly. The kind of storm that comes without warning, turning calm waters into a cage of salt and wind. Rikuto was thrown as the boat capsized. Cold water slammed against his body. Pain shot through every limb. For a moment, all he could do was gasp and thrash. Then, miraculously, he found a pocket of air beneath the overturned hull. It was tight. Cold. Dark. The waves above slapped relentlessly, but he clung to the wood. Every second felt stretched, like the storm had slowed time itself. He tried to move, tried to find a way out, but the sea would not let him. So he waited. The first hours were agony. Salt water burned his eyes. His chest ached. Fear gripped him, but his body responded in strange, quiet ways. Without him realizing it, his heart slowed. His breathing became shallow. The body was rationing energy, saving what it could for what it needed. Hunger began to gnaw, but thirst was worse. He had nothing to drink. Each tiny sip of salt water burned, so he avoided it, even as his throat screamed. At night, the temperature dropped sharply. His teeth chattered. His legs stiffened. He wrapped himself in what little clothing he had, curling into the smallest possible shape to conserve heat. The body's instinct to survive was subtle, almost invisible, but it was working. By the second day, loneliness became unbearable. There were no voices. No horizon. Just the ceiling of the upturned boat and the muffled roar of the sea. He whispered to himself. He prayed. Sometimes he closed his eyes and let the darkness wash over him, pretending the storm was a dream he would wake from. Small decisions mattered more than ever. He stretched only when necessary. Moved only to adjust his position. Every heartbeat, every movement, counted. Adrenaline masked exhaustion. Pain dulled in strange ways. Every tiny shift of his body was a calculation his mind didn't even notice. On the third day, hallucinations began. He imagined friends calling his name. Saw land where there was none. His brain, starved of fresh air and energy, was trying to trick him into action, into hope. Yet he waited. The body conserved, the mind wandered, and the sea continued its relentless rhythm. By the fourth day, he could barely lift his arms. His lips were cracked and bleeding. His eyes had sunk slightly, but he was alive. He thought of giving up, of surrendering to the water, but his body refused. Something deep inside had learned the rhythm of survival: conserve, wait, and endure. Then, late in the afternoon, a shadow appeared above the water. At first, he thought it was a trick. The waves could create illusions. But then a motor hummed faintly. Another boat, searching for him. Rescuers had not given up completely. They maneuvered carefully, tossing lines. He grabbed one. His muscles screamed, but adrenaline surged again. Step by step, he was pulled from the cold, dark underworld that had been his prison. Hours later, wrapped in blankets, he shivered, not from cold alone, but from the disbelief of life itself. Doctors would later explain that his body had slowed every system to survive: heart, lungs, brain.